Hi everyone, so today we have another video review, and as you can see I do not have the watch on my wrist. I have it here on the pouch because it's actually the ladies watch. So of course there will be wrist shots on this watch as well, but this is Alexander Shorokhoff Wintergenta. So it's the special edition which will be issued with a limited amount, so it's quite interesting thing to check. And I have here one of the 50 pieces, so it will be something to talk about, and we have some sophisticated finish here, but I would like to start with unboxing as usual, and then we'll talk actually what is included here and why this watch is special. So let's start with opening the box and checking what's inside. So as you have seen, it's a classic packaging for Alexander Shorokhoff. I would say it looks decent for this price tag, and you get this watch on this white pouch, so it's quite nice packaging. And overall, as I said, it's a limited edition of 50 pieces, and it's a ladies watch. So ladies watch comes in this special design of the, I would say, cold colors and cold style, so it's quite interesting composition. So we are going to start with the dial, and here the size is 39 millimeters, so it should be suitable for average size women's wrists, I would say. And as you can see, the shape itself is not that huge, so the profile of this watch does not take a lot of space. And the main feature here is the finish of the dial, because we have special engraving here which mimics the branches and leaves. So there are no indices whatsoever. We get only the logo of the manufacturer. We get the traditional Alexander Shorokhoff 60 at the 12 mark, so this is something what is expected from this brand. And we also get the date indicator, and that's pretty much all. You do not get any additional indices. So if you're searching for a precise timekeeping, this is not the watch. This is more of the style statement, and I think it will be worth talking about it in the use experience when we will be checking it later. Nevertheless, the styling looks great in person, and we get the really nice handset. So it finished in the polished blue color. So we have 3 hands, it's hours, minutes, and also the seconds hand, which is very thin. So all 3 are easy to find, but as I say, there are no indices, and that's why you won't be able to tell what is exactly the time. But we have not only the manufacturer logo in 60, we also get 2 dots at the 3 hours and 6 hours position, as far as you can see now. So this is quite a decent touch. And also, of course, we get the writing that it's made in Germany, so it's placed at the 6 mark, quite traditional as well. But what I like is that it's really huge focus on the engraving and no additional writings whatsoever. And now I think it's also worth talking about the casing, because this is also the huge part of the image of this watch. So as I said, the case here is also quite important, because we get a lot of engravings here on all of the edges, well, almost on all of the edges. So as I said, the case here plays a quite important role, because it kind of accompanies what you get on the dial. So you get engravings almost on all of the edges. You can see the only ones are the frontal, where the strap is attached, but I would say it's somewhat expected. And the finish, I would say, is really impressive, because all of this engraving is quite neat work, and it looks very sophisticated in person. So I would say it's worth checking it in the shop if you have a chance, because this is something different, and I think no photos or videos will be able to tell you how it looks in person. But nevertheless, the size is also, I would say, playing here quite a good role, because it's only 1 centimeter thick, and also the strap here is 20 millimeters, so it's classic sizes. But as I said before, this is the ladies watch, so that's why the size were kept in the reasonable dimensions, and I think here it is quite important. Nevertheless, we also get the crown. So the crown surprisingly features only the Alexander Shorokhoff logo, so I was expecting to have some additional special engraving for this edition. Nevertheless, we get only the logo. The crown sits flush with the case, so again, if you would like to pick it out, it's not the screw down, so you need to pick it out, and you need to have long nails in order to do this, because otherwise you're unable to take out this part. And now I think it's a time to talk about the strap here. As I was saying before, we get the kind of cold colors and cold finish here because it's a Wintergenta after all. So we get this ostrich strap, which is 20 millimeters wide, and as you can see, it's looking very nice. So it's very flexible material, it sits nicely, and we also get the buckle, which is finished in this brushed surface polishing, so it's really good because it won't be scratched that fast as the mirror polishing. Nevertheless, I think this strap is also a good candidate to be replaced because this case would look nicely with some textile strap or maybe with a bit more strict design of the leather strap. So it's up to you, but as you remember, in the standard package we do not get anything extra, so if you would like to get something, it will be already your expense. So please remember this. And now I think it's a time to talk about the movement here. So movement here is automatic, it's GP 100, and the power reserve should be 69 hours. So I would say it's more than enough for everyday use. As you remember, I said that it has the basic functionality. So we have the hours and minutes and seconds indication. We have also the date window. So you get all of the basic functions which you would expect with such watch. And I think the power reserve makes it very usable. So I don't have anything to complain about here, and maybe it's worth noting that you can appreciate the movement beauty through the backside, so it's also another great plus for this watch. Now I think it's the time to talk about the overall use experience with this kind of watch. So this is a ladies' watch, and I wouldn't say I have the first-hand experience. Nevertheless, there are a few things to say. First of all, the size. I would say they played a safe bet here with the 39mm case, so it's quite easy to wear, and also the dial doesn't suffer from the small size, so it's legible as much as you can say for such design, because as you remember, we do not have any indices, we only have the 3, 6 marks, and we have the 60 at 12. So overall quality of this watch is also quite impressive. I like how the finish is focused on these engravings, and I really hope that there will be also some men's editions with this type of the finish as well. So it's something to appreciate, but I wonder how it will fare in everyday use, even though it's not the watch which you will be wearing every day, but I guess there will be some brave persons who will actually appreciate this and would be happy to see it on their wrist every day. And now I think it's worth talking about the price, which is set at 5,000 euros. I would say it's quite a hefty price tag. It puts into quite tricky market segment where you have a lot of rivals and quite famous names as well. Not as limited maybe, not as focused on the overall external finish, but you get the idea. So you should be eager to find the watch with something not a mainstream and yet with a really good finish and also with a really nice size dimensions combination. So if you're up to this and if you're not afraid to try something new, then definitely check out this watch, because 50 pieces limited batch and also such design, I think it's completely worth it. And of course it would be a nice gift to your second half, or maybe for yourself. And it should be already available. It's still available, some last pieces in Alexander Shorokhoff webshop and Helvetia webshop. So if you would like to get it, you know where to buy it. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.